Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Dead Man DZ's Kanji Study Streams. Today we're coming back at you with another Hot 12 Kanji. As always, I'm going to tell you, this is how this works. This is how this goes down. We go through 12 new kanji and or vocabulary. Some of them are katakana only. It's kind of a mix. On average, we study about 4 new kanji a day. But we go through 12 new quote-unquote vocab a day, even if they're words that have used kanji we've already studied before. I'll go over any new kanji we see from previous lessons, and I highly encourage you to follow along with what I do, which is to write each down 10 times while reciting the readings for them and the meanings. That ought to help you kind of get a rote memorization feel out of it. The other thing I'm going to do is describe each of the radicals in each of the new kanji so that we can try, if it's available, to form some kind of picture about the kanji just to help with memorization a little bit more. I'll tell you a little about how the kanji is used. In today's lesson we have, looks like 1, 2, 3, maybe 3. Yeah, probably just 3 new kanji. But yeah, that's how it goes down. If you need help with stroke orders or anything, make sure you head over to gshow.org. gshow.org has a good list of all of the kanji stroke orders that you might be looking for. Because I won't go over how they're written. I don't have a written laptop that I can write on. And I'll look into getting one that I can do that with. That would honestly make the stream look much better. Honestly, kanji stroke order is a little funny because at first it seems daunting and hard to memorize, but you're gonna have to memorize thousands of these things to get used to the Japanese language, and after a while, you just kind of get the feel for how they're written. You don't even need to look up the stroke order for the most part. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'll post gshow.org. We're going to gshow.org. Stroke orders. And without further ado, our first one today is going to be wareru. Wareru. And I'll give you the word itself, the pronunciation in hiragana, which is wareru, and then the meaning. This meaning is to break, also to split, to be divided, to come to light. Also, let's do to be distorted. Distorted. Talking about sound. A broken up sound. We've already studied this kanji before. This kanji itself means a proportion, comparatively, to divide, cut, separate, or split. So, wareru. So what I'm going to do now is just write the word down. Probably not 10 times, maybe 4 or 5 times if it's a word including the kanji that I've already done before. If it's a brand new kanji, write it down 10 times, do the rote memorization bit. But if not, go ahead and just do the word itself a few times just to get a kind of feel for how it's written. And start those rote memorization buttons in your brain going. Wareru. Wareru desu. To break, to split, to be divided. Wareru. 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 これは wareru です。wareru. To break, to split. To be divided, to come to light, or to be distorted if it's a sound, a broken up sound. Distortion. Wareru. I used to write more, but honestly, my finger has got some bad early onset rheumatoid arthritis or something. Probably just from overuse. So I suggest that you don't write more than each kanji 10 times a day. Otherwise, it gets a little hard on your joints. Deutsche is going to be our next one. Deutsche. Deutsche is just Germany. The place. The big guy. Deutsche. This one's katakana. I write down the katakana not because I need help remembering katakana anymore, but because I need to memorize that this word is not one that I need to be thinking about a hardcore kanji for. Helps me to kind of split those up in my mind between ones that are definitely kanji that are going to be hard to remember and ones that are just straight up katakana. Deutsche. Deutsche is Germany. Number 3. Number 3 is Shiseki. Shiseki. This is our first new kanji for the day. Seki. In case you're wondering about the music is by Groovy Kaiju. That's Groovy Godzilla, translated. And he's the man. He does the grooviest future funk beats I've ever heard in my life, and I enjoy it. This kanji, hya, or this radical, so many different words. This vocabulary means attendance. Attendance, presence, appearance. It can also mean to attend if used as a verb. Our first new kanji is this guy right here. Our kanji on the left, this one here, means to go out or to leave, to exit. So you're exiting something. What are we exiting here? What are we exiting? This is a seki, which is a seat, a mat, an occasion, or a place. Occasion. So when you're leaving a seat, maybe you should think about it as you're going out to get a seat at somewhere. It's attendance or presence, so you're going out to get a seat. Shuseki. Shutsu is the definite or the reading here that leads into shuseki being the definition of the whole word. Since you're taking shutsu and making the tsu small and adding it to shuseki, which means that this part here, seki, needs to be a little bit held out than shuseki. Seki is a seat, mat, occasion, or place. Shuseki. So I'll write down this new kanji 10 times to get some rote memorization on it going. Shuseki no seki desu. That's how you describe what kind of kanji you're using in Japan. If a kanji has several readings, you might want to tell them which kanji it is you're talking about. And one way to do that is to describe it in terms of what word it belongs to. So I'm saying shuseki, the word, no, meaning the particle for indicating possession, no seki, meaning it's the part of shuseki that means seki, meaning this kanji in particular. Shuseki no seki. Shuseki no seki. Shuseki no seki. Shuseki no seki. For attendance, or to attend if used as a verb. Probably shuseki suru is to attend something. Otherwise, it's an attendance, a presence, or an appearance somewhere. Shuseki. 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 Let's look up what radicals are in this one. Shuseki no seki. Radicals in this guy are a dotted cliff. This guy over the top right-hand side, 20 underneath it. And underneath that is a turban or a scarf. If you can think about it, it's a venue, a cliff, with 20 I'm gonna remember it as seats, 20 seats, and you've got your towel on one because you're going to attend there, or attending, or have a presence there. Shuseki. Number 4. Number 4 today is Number 4 is Tori. Tori. We've already studied this kanji before. Tori can be used in two other words. To or tsu, which is kayo. Kayo is to travel back and forth between a place and some other place, like traveling from school to home and back, or from home to school and back. And the other way is toru, which is to pass through somewhere on your way somewhere else. So a tori itself is the means by which you do that. An avenue, a street, coming and going, traffic itself, transmission, like of sound or something else, can also be fame or repute. Tori. Tori desu. An avenue or a street, repute or fame. Can also be a coming or a going. Tori. Tori. Tori desu. Tori. Change up my mind. But there we go. Tori. Tori. Tori is an avenue, a street, a coming and going, or a transmission. Number 5. Goshuji. Shuji? Or Shuji? Goshujin. And a Goshujin is somebody's husband. Your husband, her husband. Goshujin. We've already studied all these kanji before. This is a lord, chief, or master. And this is a person. Goshujin is your husband. As a callback from previous days, it used to be that women were subservient to husbands, so they were known as Goshujin, or your chief person, or your master person. Obviously, no longer the case. It now just means your husband. But that's the meaning of the kanji itself. Your master person. Goshujin. Really want to get fancy, you can write down the kanji for goal, which we have learned already. You want. Shujin. Shujin is your husband or her husband. Number 6. Number 6 is utsuru. This is our second new kanji of the day. This means to move houses. In terms of your house. It could also mean change a target of concern, as in a meeting if you're moving topics. It can also be to elapse if we're talking about time. It can also mean to be permeated by a color or scent. That's an interesting one. The kanji itself has 2 radicals. So in here we have a 2-branch tree, so a 2-branch tree, next to 2 hands full of something. And 2 hands full of something. This is really a combination of evening over evening, but I like to kind of look at them as hands because 2 of them together means many, much, or frequent. So this is one of those kanji that I think kind of took a different meaning after, a single one means evening, but 2 of them looks like 2 hands holding something. So 2-branch tree next to 2 hands full of something is a shift. Anyway, sorry, it's first reading is going to be E. And this is a shift, a move, a change, a drift, catch as in a cold, or pass into. And we make a picture out of this. 2-branch tree next to a guy holding a bunch of stuff. To move to change. I don't think so. This is gonna have to be one of our rote memorizations. Anyway, utsuru. Alright, let's move on to writing. Utsuru. To move, change target of concern. Utsuru desu. Utsuru. Honey E. To shift, move, change, or drift. In terms of your house, topic or concern, colors permeating something. It's I guess we need to look up what kind of vocabulary this is. Find out. The conjugation is utsureru, utsurasu. Utsuru. To move to change the target of control. Eat is for it. Number 7. Number 7 is hangaku. Hangaku desu. Our third new kanji of the day. Hangaku is half the money, half the price, or half the fare. It's some half division of actual currency. Our first kanji means half, and you can kind of see it's a thing split in half. Our second kanji is brand new. We've got the striking or scattering of something under a roof over a mouth, and on the right side we have page or a. This whole thing on the left altogether means a guest or a visitor. Kanji itself has one other reading. This is hitai. Hanigaku, as it's used here. Gaku. And this has a completely different meaning with forehead, plaque, some amount or volume. Obviously, this last one is going to be the one we're actually using in this word. Hangaku is half of a sum or half of an amount. An amount or volume is the guest's page. I guess how much is on your guest page is how many people, the amount of people that have been to your hotel. Try and think of it. Hangaku. Guests. No. Hokani. No. Number 8. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Iwa Mukau. We've already studied this kanji before. We're just going to go over the new word. It means to face. Also to go towards. Mukau. This, ironically, is the Mukau desu. Facing, beyond, toward, or approach me. To face, to go towards, to head towards. Number 9. Number 9 is bangumi. Bangumi. Here we have our 4th new kanji of the day. Bangumi is a program on TV. Like a TV program. New kanji. Gumi. Ban to gumi. This is number on the left side, or a number in a series. Gumi has one other reading as soul. Means a set, a company, team, or a class. So a television program is a number in a set. And I guess if you're watching TV and one program comes on, that makes sense because it's one number of a program in a large set of programs that's going to come on that day. So bangumi. Bangumi. Cool. Radicals in this kanji are a thread, and on the right side we have moreover. Thread of moreover is a theme or a class. I guess a thread moreover, if you have more than one thread, it's moreover a thread. So that could be, I guess, a team of threads, but this one's going to have to be rope numbers part as well. Gumi. Gumi. Bangumi, one of a number of sets. One number in a large number. Bangumi is a program on TV, television show. Number 10. Going to be hisashiburi. Hisashiburi is one of those words that you learn very early on in your kanji studies. And then you don't learn the kanji for it until way later. But it means a long time since the last time. It's kind of like long time no see in English. That's how people kind of use it. It's our 5th new kanji of the day. I don't know. I know what I said, but this is number 5. Kanji itself has a kunyomi of hisashi, so we won't write that one down. But the other ones are kyu or ku. This means a long time story. Hisashi buri has been a long time, or the first time in a long time. Hisashi buri no kyu. At the radical or the katakana for ku with a leg on it. Q, or Pretty Booty. Sa Iburi. Even though the reading for the word is Hisashi. Time no see. Number 11 is one everyone's pretty familiar with. It's Taifu. Can anyone guess what a taifu is? That's right, it's a typhoon. Hurricane. Typhoon. We've already studied both of these kanji as well. This is wind on the right side. On the left side, we have pedestal, a stand. I don't know about you, but whenever I think of a typhoon, I think of, those pictures on the news of like a palm tree blown all the way over, at least bending in the wind, or a building that's getting just absolutely demolished with stuff flying at it. So a pedestal in the wind kind of makes sense for this kanji, for this vocabulary. So that's how I'm gonna write it. I'm just gonna remember it as the pedestal in the wind. Typhoon. Or it's really just typhoon. That's where the English word comes from. That's okay. I do wonder if that word came from somewhere else, if it's really like Taiwanese or Vietnamese and it came over to and from there. Doubt it. I'm pretty sure it's Japanese of origin. A lot of disaster of nature words. Japanese of origin. Unfortunately. But you win some, you lose some. Number 12. Number 12 is an easy one. We got Hokusei. This is made up of the kanji for north and west, and it's as advertised for once. This is northwest. And that's all of it. That's all of our new stuff for today. So if you're still following along with me, what we're going to do now is just go back to the top, make sure we've got them all memorized for today, and then later, if we haven't, we'll rewrite them all again. But for now, let's start at the beginning. To break, to split, or be divided is wareru. Is Germany, which is just Deutsche. Chiseki is attendance with avenue or a street, a coming and going, a transmission, fame or repute. Going. Goshujin is your husband or their husband with go. If for master and queen for person, which is your husband. To move house or to change a target of concern or to elapse is utsuru with the 2-inch tree next to somebody holding a bunch of stuff. I guess if you move, you're going to be left standing with a bunch of stuff in your hand if you don't have anywhere to move to. Hangaku is half the money or half the price. To an amount. Guest. The amount is half the sum of money. How is to face or go towards with our. Number 9 is a bangumi. Bangumi is a number amongst many of a bangumi. Oh, hisashiburi is a long time. Uri left over. Typhoon or a hurricane is a pedestal. Middle of the wind. And northwest is Hokusei. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you had a good time. I upload all my videos as of less than 42 onto YouTube. So yeah, go check it out there. If this was a little too fast or you want to get a look at all of kanji again, please feel free. Use it as you want. Thanks for watching, everybody. And hope you have a good weekend. どうもありがとうございました。